Hi, this is Dr. Leonette from Enliven Chiropractic. I am here with one of my good friends, Sidney Garcia. She has an amazing program that we are going to talk about. It's a full week program and it's all about embracing the mother archetype. And I know you did this last year and you've had a really good level of success. You had some really high quality professionals in there. And this is something that I know would be very beneficial to a lot of my patients that are making that transition through their life and they're going through and seeing where do they sit. And, from a chiropractic standpoint, when you can embody your whole self, your neurology, your physical structure, it all heals a lot faster. So, being true to yourself, discovering who you are, having somatic practices, having these brain expanding groups to help you find who you are can really make a big difference in your life. So, Sydney, tell me a little bit about your program. I'm really excited to hear about this.
Aw, thanks, Jimmy. I'm happy to be here with you all. Yeah, so the program is called The Art of Ritual, and it's a program I'm really excited to run for a second time. It was a really big hit last year when I ran it, and it really is about kind of what you spoke to, which is just embodying more of your wholeness, and especially when you're in sort of like a nurturing, caregiving role. So last year we had some therapists, some nurses, some moms in there. You're constantly giving to others. And sometimes things can start to feel kind of like routine, you get lost in overwhelm, and then you have this kind of like tug of, I want to be a nurturer and this like fierce feminine leader in my community for my family. And then also like, how do I juggle everything and stay connected to meaning and creativity and beauty and the courage to just like make transformation in my life. And so we kind of explore really simple daily practices that are nature based that you can just do in 5 minutes a day because we're all really busy, that kind of keep you connected to your center, to your authenticity, to your wholeness, so that you can experience more connection, more joy, more pleasure, more presence in kind of the things that matter most.
Right. And I've talked about this several times, but I'm recently taken this liking to doing Kundalini work. And we talk about energy flowing from the bottom up and coming from the top down. And I
Mm.
know, missing being out in nature and telluric energy, earth energy, grounding is
Mhm.
intimately connected with feminine energy, right? And that's the mother of how we bring it up. So tell
Yeah.
me a little bit about some of the practices that somebody might be doing to help make that connection.
Yeah, so we do a lot of energy work, just really basic things. There's like four skills we kind of cover that anybody can do. It's not anything like super fancy energetic practices, really basic ones that take about 5 minutes to kind of connect to your center, to your core, to your authenticity, to your values, to connect you to the Mother Earth and be able to release things that aren't serving, and then also draw up the energy that you're calling in from the earth. How to establish boundaries in a kind, compassionate, and clear way. Because when you are sort of in that mother archetype, you're giving, 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 and you need to call on your discernment to what is really yours to do. And so that's kind of some of the energy practices we do. A lot of really simple nature-based practices, like going on a walk and asking the natural elements to lead you to elements that can kind of serve you in that moment and reflecting on them, light journaling, somatic practices that can be done in just a few minutes a day to just keep you centered and to keep you connected to that and spark joy and creativity and meaning in the ordinary. So I kind of describe the difference, like what ritual really is. Like a routine is something that you kind of just go through, like brushing your teeth. But a ritual is a set of things you do infused with like meaning that you're creating. And when we had it run last year, some of the comments were like women were feeling like you ever wake up on your birthday and you're just like glowing. You're like, it's my birthday today, and everything's in synchronicity and it's just flowing really well. It was those kinds of experiences of bringing really simple little practices into daily routine so that every day kind of begins to reveal magic to you, kind of thing.
Wow. So you mentioned that with this program, you'll be doing activities every day. And then in order to stay connected, what will they be doing for that? Will you be getting on a call together? Will you, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, included in the 4-week program, it's kind of like a little video lesson that's just a few minutes long for a practice to kind of do in that week. And then we'll stay connected through group calls once a week. And each call is 2 hours. And that includes a somatic practice and then also kind of a dialogue on the insights you gained, the celebrations, things you're seeing shift through the use of these little rituals in that given week. And
Wow.
then we stay connected in a thread on WhatsApp because the tendency is like there begins to be, it's a small group, so 4 to 6 people. The tendency is you really begin to like build connection and intimacy with each other, and it's nice to stay connected through something like WhatsApp.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I know like
Yeah,
having that group to be open and to have these conversations with as you're going through and developing is, I mean, beyond words and how important that is to
it's like
connect.
everything.
It really is. We are social animals. Like we are meant to be together and share. And one of those, we talk about it from just a health standpoint. Being in a community like that allows you to share coherence. So
Mhm,
while but in that state, parasympathetic or calming energy always wins. You might have
mhm,
one person that has the anxiety in the higher level, but if you have multiple people with this lower energy, then it's going to be a calming state. So
mhm.
it's all about setting the tone, and then you mix in that natural connection, the grounding, so discharging all that negative energy. It just allows the person to be in such a state of healing and relaxation.
Absolutely. There was something really beautiful that I find just kind of unfolds where it's like we set a collective intention and then individually we're doing our practices in our lives. And then when we come together, like the things that kind of come up, they're so gently like just let go through that collective coherence. So what we're doing is we're removing the blocks to joy, to creativity, to presence, to connection. And when we're in like that collective field, that coherence, it's just it's seems magical because it's kind of just like happening and we're all collectively synchronizing with each other. So that kind of transformation can be super gentle. Like you don't need a life overhaul. And I think that's what people appreciated about it last year the most was it's just really simple little things that you could do. And the power was really in us collectively joining together. Yeah, you nailed it. We're social animals.
So, how can people find out more? How can they contact you? I know I'll share a link or your email address in the chat at the bottom, but go ahead and tell us here.
Yeah, so my email is Sydney at reviveyourthrive.life.
Knowing you for the past couple years, like I know how valuable this program will be, and just hats off for launching it again and giving others the opportunity to be able to participate in this.